I think the first title out of all the items that we cherry picked is the Pablo Larraín film. So Kevin, if you want to just give some descriptive info on what we can expect with Spencer.
So Spencer finds Lorraine once again shifting focus to a woman in power. So he previously made Jackie, about Jackie Kennedy with Natalie Portman, and now he'll be making a film called Spencer with Kristen Stewart slated to play Princess Diana. And the interesting thing is the framework for this film is very similar to Jackie. It'll take place over a few days. In this case, it'll be over the Christmas holidays, and it will be about Princess Di's decision, her realization that her marriage to Prince Charles isn't working. So it's a fascinating moment in the life of a British royal who is still the object of fascination and obsession by many. And I think the interesting thing for me here is, with Jackie, it wasn't a movie about Jackie Kennedy. It was about so much more. It was about power and what it takes to sort of hold that role and be in the public eye. And I think this will be another opportunity for Lorraine to explore those similar themes. And he has a script by Stephen Knight, who, when Stephen Knight's on, he creates some really, really great work. So I'm pretty excited. It's quite a shift. I mean, I loved Emma, Lorraine's last film. Totally wild, beautiful film, out on its own planet. And so this seems like a shift, like to do something a bit more contained, a bit more with a singular focus. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? How did you react on hearing this?
Well, as we're referencing Emma, I too, I think it was a very divisive film. I think that it was an either you love it or hate it film. And what I particularly appreciate about that character is the sense of empowerment and free will of the character, and her making her own power moves within her I don't want to say confined space, but in her
community, you would say, maybe.
Yeah, and sort of like the life decisions that she made, she owns up to them and sort of like, puts a Molotov cocktail spirit to her future moves. And so my first reaction was, Stewart is coming off Seabird, and 2 films back, Pablo Larraín and Jackie. I think both films sort of like remind us that the biopic is safe territory when attacked by a sort of like a very creative angle, and so I think those 2 items sort of build our confidence boosters, and it is a mythic, it is a huge character to place one's shoes in, and I'm totally game to see what those 2 will bring together. I think how it's packaged, like, so Stephen Knight, he touches upon a lot of Brit stories. I think back to Dirty Pretty Things, and a lot of the Peaky Blinders and his more current filmography, if you will, in television. I think it's something that's part of the huge tapestry, a collective memory. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how Lorraine can approach what is a 72-hour span in a more nuanced fashion, and really tap into what isolation might look like, and a bit of introspection, and how Lady Diana really was at a crossroads in her life. So I think there's a lot of matter here, and it could almost be a silent film. And I think Kristen Stewart could tap into a lot of things that she could relate to, just being in a sphere where she, you know, she was very much hunted by the paparazzi herself, and can certainly relate to certain aspects of what it is to be, you know, hounded by the public, and sort of like living within a bubble within a larger bubble. So there's a lot going for this project, but yeah, it's going to be a curiosity piece for sure.
Yeah, you bring up some excellent points, but the two that stick out for me is, you're right. Kristen Stewart has certainly lived a life where, you know, where there's the public perception of who she is versus who the private perception, and that's probably something Princess Diana also has struggled with. And you're right, the biography format is always served best when it's blown up a little bit. So I think they're going to do that here. Production on this starts in 2021, so this could be a 2022 contender.
Yeah, and here's hoping that the actress you know, digs down, and I particularly liked her in Olivier Assayas's film. I'm forgetting the title right now, but
Personal Shopper.
Yeah, Personal Shopper, and I think she could relate to that character on some level. And yeah, for sure, if this goes into production in 2021, it's going to be just a massive, most anticipated title of the year after. Hi, I'm Eric Lavallée. I'm editor-in-chief and site owner for IONCINEMA.com, and this is
Kevin Jagernauth, contributing writer for the playlist.
And together we are IndieSponge.